All right, y'all. So today I'm talking about something that is really important to me because I know how important it is to the goals. Okay. And that is progressive overload. Okay. And why your body needs a new challenge all the time. All right. If you've been lifting the exact same weight,
You said what overload?
progressive overload, progressive overload. So if this whole challenge, guys, if you've been lifting the exact same weights this whole time, the last couple of weeks, I've got news for you. Your body has already adapted to that. Okay. Probably feel easy if that's what you're doing. Um, the thing about the body is it really loves efficiency, right? Our bodies are insanely smart and like I am constantly in awe of how the human body is made up. I mean, it is spectacular, but the thing about our bodies is they adapt to whatever we repeatedly ask them to do, right? It's extremely great tactic that we have that has allowed us to survive all these years through all these different things, right? But it's not so really great when you're trying to change your body, right? And that's where progressive overload comes in. Now, let's talk about what that really even means. Basically, it simply means asking your body to do a little bit more than it did before. And it doesn't always mean adding weight. Okay. So there are ways that I progressively overload your work as the challenge progresses through reps, right? Or through how many sets and things like that. Sometimes slowing down the movement as you're lowering down or something. Even improving your form is a way to progressive overload. Taking the rest down lower is a way to progressive overload. Increasing your range of motion, meaning how deep can we go into these movements? And another set, which I do in the challenge, and then using better control and intention when you're moving your body, right? Progress comes in a lot of different forms. So I want you guys to be aware of that. So there is a bit of progressive overload to the work that you're doing. But if you've been doing these challenges for a while, meaning like you're kind of repeating them, you're gonna need more stimuli. And a lot of times that's gonna come in the form of increasing your weights. All right. You really want to constantly be doing this. Now, why? Why do I even need to constantly be doing this? Well, if you keep giving your body the exact same challenge, your body has no reason to change whatsoever. Growth only happens when your muscles are challenged to adapt. You are going to be the exact same space if you do not challenge your muscles, okay? Progress isn't always more weight though, right? There are times where it is more weight, and I am kind of constantly asking you guys to push the envelope with the weight, but it does not always have to be that. I don't want any of you guys sacrificing good form just to have a heavier weight, right? Sometimes the biggest win is in. I'm sorry about the noise out there, guys. I'm so sorry, but 1 second. Sorry, my sister helping me with the kids and child they loud still. Anyways, okay. So if you keep what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't want y'all sacrificing good form to do heavier weight. Sometimes the biggest win is doing the same weight, but the reps are cleaner, they're more intentional, you got better control over them. You have more confidence in your ability to do the move. That's progress too. Don't get me wrong. But there comes a time where you've checked all those off, and I need you to know when you're there. I need you to know when my form is great while I do this movement. I do this movement with great efficiency the entire time that I'm doing this movement. I need you to be able to like say, okay, it is time for me to take the weight up a little bit. It don't have to be a lot. It could be 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, a max of 5 pounds. But take the weight up some once you have mastered the movement. You've been doing squats for 4 weeks If you have not mastered the movement with 5 pounds, we got another issue, and you need to be contacting me directly anyway. That is my biggest thing for you guys because progressive overload is so important in the progress of transforming yourself and then transforming your mind and your body. You have to constantly be giving yourself new stimuli, new things to hurdles to jump over. You know, um, you think of your hardship as a chance to get better or to be better, right? Anytime you're dealing with hard things, just think of it as a moment to be a different, more a stronger version of yourself. And you have to think about that same way with the weights or with the resistance training work I'm asking you guys to do. So this week, guys, I want you to choose one exercise during every workout, and I want you to intentionally progress it. Intentionally make it a little bit harder, create some sort of progressive overload, whether that is increasing the weight, slowing the movement down significantly, right? Especially in the down, what we call the eccentric phase. So think about that as the phase where gravity is, you don't have to push against gravity. So in the squat, it would be like when you lowering down, gravity pushes you down in a sense. It's the easiest part. The hardest part is coming back out of it, right? So going slow on the lowering part, right? Maybe you can't increase your weight. Maybe your dumbbells only go up so much. Do a little bit more reps than I have on the, so say I have us doing 10 reps, go ahead and do 12, go ahead and do 13. That's how you progressively overload that. Um, there um there are ways other than just adding more weight, but if you can, just add one more weight. And then I want you to celebrate it. Shoot me a message and tell me how you progressively overload and what happened and what you did. Okay, I want to know because those small little improvements, they're gonna add up. They're gonna be game changing to the body. Every little time, every time you force the muscle to do a little bit more than it really is used to doing and wanting to do, it transforms and it is a magnificent. Okay. So I want you guys to remember that the goal isn't to prove that you're strong this week. The goal is to become stronger than you were yesterday. And that is how your transformation is going to happen. One small little improvement at a time. And I don't care how big it is. I just care that you're doing something a little bit harder than you was doing last week. Okay. And that's my spiel. Now, guys, I do want to ask y'all. So when we turn it over to you guys, and you can put it in the chat if you can't talk. I saw you can't talk, Robin, but um, what's one exercise that you feel like you've gotten stronger at since you started working with me? Um, and then also maybe tell me what's one exercise that um still feels hard to you, and maybe even that you want to avoid. Okay. And then you can tell me, give me a quick little synopsis on how last week was, okay? All right, turning it over to you guys. Give me one exercise that you feel like you've improved on and one that you just don't like doing.
So it's both for me. It's the tricep one, the behind the head one. That one hurts so bad. But it's definitely gotten easier and like I'm able to make it through the whole exercise, all of the circuits doing it. So I know I've improved. I
Good.
still dislike it. It
Still don't want to do it though. I get it. I get it. And has the week been going good for you?
could be better. But we're doing my best. So we had
Okay.
a wedding in the family.
I saw
And
that. You look
so we've had a
amazing.
change of routine. So I got my steps in on the day of the wedding, that's for sure.
Okay.
Um,